Amtrak. Yes, I know it's the butt of a lot of jokes, but growing up in the Northeast Corridor, I became a fan with its frequent departures and convenient stations. But we aren't in the Northeast in this video. We're down in Savannah, Georgia, on our way to Charleston, South Carolina. What's it like to ride the rails in this neck of the woods? Let's find out on this ride on the Silver Meteor. The Silver Meteor dates back to 1939, running from New York all the way down to Miami. You can't book it exclusively within the Northeast Corridor, but can travel shorter distances south of Washington, D.C. I'm traveling between Savannah and Charleston. It's a fairly quick trip of 115 miles that only cost me $23 in coach. Savannah's a great city to visit, but taking the train is rather inconvenient. There's only 2 trains a day in each direction, the Palmetto and the Silver Meteor. And timeliness isn't their strong suit. Having to share tracks owned by CSX, delays are very common. Fortunately, there's a mobile tracking page, so you can see how late your train is before you head to the station, and you'll definitely want to look before you go. In a symbolic gesture of the automobile beating the train in the United States, the centrally located station was demolished in 1963 to make room for a highway. With my train significantly delayed, I departed for the station a few minutes before the scheduled departure time. The Savannah, Georgia Amtrak station is literally in the middle of nowhere. The station was air-conditioned, which was a godsend in the humidity, but you had to wear a mask. Outside, no mask was required, but you'd be eaten alive by mosquitoes. Inside it is. About 5 minutes before the train arrived, we were casually told to make our way outside. Tickets weren't checked per se, but last names were checked against a list, and we were told to head to a specific boarding area. The station agent then gave us a bit of an explainer of what to expect. I'll just play it for you as it speaks for itself.
But first, people will be stepping off the train. Also, half the train will be stepping off to smoke a cigarette. That's why we fuss when we say hurry when you're smoking a cigarette, because you'll see it. Everybody's running off doing something. So that holds up the process.
Another difference from the Northeast is that the tracks aren't even electrified. So the train is being pulled by 2 General Electric P4SC diesel-electric locomotives for everything south of Washington, D.C. The long train pulled into the station. A typical Silver Meteor includes 2 to 4 seating coaches, a cafe car, a dining car, a baggage car, and 2 to 3 sleeping cars. While offered for an additional fee, of course I wasn't going to get a sleeper car for this short of a trip. As predicted, we waited for passengers to disembark. Many did indeed smoke. The step up to the train was quite large, and folks needing assistance with mobility were assisted with this hand-powered lift. They checked our names again, but still not with a ticket, and we climbed the stairs. Giving my destination and party size, I was given a seat.
Let her know where you're headed.
Hey, Charleston.
Just one?
Yep. So I guess that counts as assigned seating? Obviously this is a temporary COVID measure. The train had the updated Amtrak seats, which I must say are really nice. Legroom is very ample with a footrest and a leg rest that can be extended. These seats are so much better than the seats on the current Acela that I reviewed previously, though hopefully the refurbished Acelas will improve it as well. AC power is available on the side, and there's Wi-Fi on board, though it wasn't functioning on this stretch. We pulled out into the darkness 41 minutes late and headed north. Travel time was about an hour 46. We mostly traveled between 75 and 80 miles per hour, though there were some stretches where we slowed down significantly. There was a single quick stop in Yemassee before continuing on to Charleston, South Carolina. We pulled into the station and disembarked. The Amtrak station in Charleston is even further out of town, and it was a good 35-minute Uber ride to get to my downtown hotel. So Amtrak in the South. Yes, it was late and fairly inconveniently located, but it suited my travel needs perfectly. It allowed me to visit both Savannah and Charleston without a car, which would have been a mess given the costs of one-way rentals and the current rental car shortage. But if I could have driven, would I have? Yes. If the journey were any longer, would I have flown? Absolutely. While a vital and affordable link between underserved communities, it's definitely not my go-to method of transit in this part of the country. But if it fits your travel plans, go for it. Just don't be in any sort of a hurry. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click that button and please subscribe for my more traditional flight reviews as well as some other content like this. I'll see you next time in Charleston for American CRJ 700.